And welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. It is Sunday, June the 19th, and it might be Monday, June 20th in some places in the world. But welcome everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you are watching VolcanoX live stream. Welcome and glad to have you all on board. First off, I'm going to say welcome to my wonderful moderators. I do know Arizona Snowman is in the house. Haven't seen any of the other ones yet. Let's see. C&D Boy is probably somewhere around here. And same goes for a wonderful Piggy. She might be sleeping, but we won't wake her up if she is. As well as Lucas Snow and of course our very busy Joseph Fields official. Sundays are his busy days, so don't know what's going on, but welcome anyway to the wonderful moderators, and welcome to all of you guys. And even though the screen looks pretty placid and not moving a lot, that is what is happening at Etna. And that's actually about, I don't know, I'd say an hour ago, roughly, give or take. And the reason we're looking at that is because if we looked at it now in the dark, we wouldn't see it. And no lava flow, unfortunately. And that is all the way it is. That's a quick update. And I know we've got some good people in the chat today. We're going to pester Yvonne a little bit about what's happening at the other volcanoes. What is that one in Italy there? Vesuvius, that she just looked at. We'll see. We know it's still there. She mentioned she had to climb the hill to get up there. So we know it still exists. Anyway, welcome everyone. I'm glad to have you on board. And I'll go saying, what? It's not that dark here. Okay, fine. The full moon is out, right? Okay. Anyway, we'll go through the names real quick. Welcome everyone. That way I can say hi to you all. And we'll start out with, who the heck was the first person in here today? And I think that might have been Yvonne. So Yvonne's gonna get her cookies. Yvonne, there you go. And we're gonna get you the cookies there. So there you go. You got cookies today, Yvonne. Congratulations. Anyway, welcome everyone. Starting out with, of course, Yvonne, and then we got Don Arnold is in the house. Kevin Haynes, Hermione is back. Alba Girl made it in. Mars 2028 also here. Welcome all of you. Sue Hayes is here. Colin Deadman, King Colin Deadman. Just to make sure we got that right. Going up a little bit more. Laura M popped in. Aloha, Laura. Glad to have you on board. And I see Henry Nelson made it in. Good to see you, Henry. Sharon P. also here, along with her bird, Barney. Barney, say hello, Barney. Hello, Barney. Say VolcanoX, Barney. VolcanoX. VolcanoX. We'll see if Barney starts saying that. Oh, that's all fun. Anyway, going up the list some more. Okay, we got Sharon, we got going here. Trying to see who else snuck in. A lot of people chatting, so it's all good. And we don't have that many people here today. Spooky Avocado is back in the house. Welcome, Spooky. Glad to have you here. We got Don Arnold already. He seems to chat a lot. That's all good. Going up a little bit more here and trying to locate other names while I'm doing that. No, I don't see any other names. I'm right at the top. I did get Kevin Haynes earlier and Henry, so we're all good for right now. Her favorite phrase is, get out of it. Get out of it? Okay. VolcanoX. VolcanoX. Teaching a bird new tricks. VolcanoX. And that'll be pretty good. Sharon, you'll wake up in the middle of the night and Barney will be screaming, VolcanoX! VolcanoX! Frank McLeod, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Anyway, actually, I wanted to mention something here. Don Arnold kind of asked earlier here, how was Maggie May doing? And for those who don't know, she did pass away on the 16th, so wasn't that great. And what ended up happening is on the 15th, I had put her back in the dispenser to keep her in shelter, of course, from the rain. And this was in the evening. It was already dark. And she had hopped back out screaming at her parents. And they came and fed her one more time. And then she was kind of just standing there in the rain. And she actually turned around and hopped in and got herself partially into the shelter. And it was raining a little heavier, and I guess she moved in a little bit more and kind of stood there and looked out for a little while and realized it's dark and it's time for roosting. And she hopped over into her corner like a good little birdie, and she went to sleep. Was there all night, and the next morning I was there about 7:30, and I checked on her, and she was awake. She didn't come out of the shelter, and I expected her to be out and about already, but I went down and kind of said good morning to her, and she looked okay, and I said, all right, you stay safe and all that stuff. And then she gave me the chirp chirp, like what she would acknowledging a parent, which I thought was real sweet of her. And I thought, okay, we'll leave it be. And anyway, I didn't see her moving or coming out, and I thought that was a little odd. And I went down about 11:15 or something, and I had looked, and there she was, passed away. So that's kind of the story behind it, for those who needed to know that. And it's not for lack of trying. You know, we understand Mother Nature has her way, and the little one, at least we gave her shelter, gave her comfort, and made sure she had food, and that was the important part. Anyway, I will leave that sad part be, and keep on lighter spirits here. I just wanted you guys to know. So we do have other people that just popped in. So Frank McLeod, welcome. Alpagirl, I think I got you earlier there. Looking here, Kananaskis Country also made it in. Good to see you. And Sixth Sense Amelia, welcome Amelia. And thanks for popping in. I'm glad to have you on board. Anyway, what we're seeing on the screen, of course, is Mount Etna from about an hour ago. And it is, the wind isn't so heavy, so hard. She has a few beautiful last days at yours. Yeah, thanks, Yvonne. Yeah, you know, I tried to make life a little easier, and be the protector, you know. And I was actually very, very proud that she hopped back into the shelter afterwards, before she ended up trying to roost under the tree when it was raining so heavily and stuff like that. And I thought, no, she belongs there. It's dry and better. So anyway, that's it for little Maggie. Anyway, welcome, Piggy. Hey, glad to have you on board, and good to see you. And we need to do our thing here, so let's fix this up real quick. And get Piggy a cart and some crayons. She needs that. So there you go. You got a cart and some crayons. You can zoom around and collect the rest. That's all cool. Anyway, you guys, so I don't think there's a heck of a lot new or interesting happening at Etna. It's been kind of steady as she goes, with that smoke continuing from most of the vents. I haven't seen anything new, really, and no fancy earthquakes, no eruptions or anything like that. And maybe I will get a little bit more of an update tomorrow, once we have our wonderful Yvonne Kunkel going up there and having a look at it and seeing what she can tell us, and maybe some snapshots. Sneaker. All right. Anyway, pretty cool. So, looking at what we were seeing earlier, though, and unfortunately, it was a very, very poor. Hey, Burger, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And this is kind of the view we had earlier, and unfortunately, it was not worthwhile trying to make any type of time lapse or anything like that, because it was just all clouds, you guys. And that is unfortunate. And the night view, of course, is exactly what we're seeing there. It's all black. When we go through the other scenes, it's pretty much the same thing. Looking at the cameras, we can barely see anything. And if it wasn't for the street lights in this particular shot, we wouldn't be seeing that either. Moving on, even this one, where when it's erupting, we see the glow up top, and we don't see a darn thing. So all quiet at Etna, you guys, and that is what we've got happening. Hey, Wormhands also in the house. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. Number 22 for me for Kananaskis. Let's keep climbing on the numbers, please, people, please, or keep the thumbs up, people, please. Yeah, that's it. Hit that thumbs up. Make it go up. We need 1 million of them today. At least 1 million. That's my goal. Okay, I'm shooting a little high. All right, maybe 100. All right. We'll see if we can get to 100. That'd be awesome. Anyway, let's carry on. And again, today is another one of those days where we don't have very good weather in other places. And that includes Iceland. And you can see what it is doing there now at 20:08 Iceland time, so 8 minutes after 8 p.m. And it is raining, and that is not happy. Not good for them, and not good for us, not good for our little playground area here. How come that is out of kilter? There we go. Fix that. But yeah, that's a little disappointing, so much rain. Anyway, I tried to get to see if anybody had Iceland's cameras running anywhere, and we really didn't have anything going. Even our still cam shot is very poor, and I think that's about the best we can do there. Unfortunately, that is it, and that is not Haggy Valley. And as you can see, it's very foggy, cloudy, and those clouds are low, coming in hard and doing their thing. But it is one of those things. Rest in peace, Maggie May. Yeah, Amelia, it kind of really bugs me, but it is what it is. The thing I was actually admiring was the fact that she made me proud and actually went back into the shelter the night before there. And I thought, oh, geez, I'm going to have to go back down and get her back in one more time or whatever. And nope, she hopped in there all by herself. And I thought, this is great. So anyway, nice little birdie. Anyway, Tracy Bills also came in. Welcome, Tracy. I'm glad to have you on board. All right, and let's see, where are we here now? Things got messed up here for me, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of searching, trying to find where everything is again. I had to reboot. Windows update updates did it to me, even though they were scheduled not to till tomorrow. Uh, it went and did it overnight anyway, and ended up rebooting my computer and messing things up. So, a little difficulties finding things. Bear with me today. Frager del Fiol, harmonic tremor chart. Unfortunately, we are missing a whole bunch of data. That sensor is still down. Unfortunately, nothing we can do about it, but we will go down and check the Grindavik one. And Grindavik, of course, is, let's see, I'm just trying to get there. There we go. There we see what we're looking at for Grindavik. We've got a bunch of little spikes in here, probably a bunch of little earthquakes in the area, and then two that were slightly larger. They're not anything off scale here or out to lunch, but no, I didn't break it, Yvonne. It was Irish monk tripped over it. Oops, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Never mind. All right. Anyway, that's what we're seeing right now. So we do see that we had a little bit of activity earthquake-wise, and we'll have to take a look and see what is going on there. So let's take a look at the earthquakes in the area. Well, again, I got to go find the map. There we are. And we do see some earthquakes right out here on the Reykjanes Peninsula, the Reykjanes Ridge, as well as a bunch on the peninsula. And a quick scan over to see if we have anything else. We don't see anything in Bardabunga or Grimsbotn. We do have one up near Astja, not very big, but we also have a larger one up there and one out in the water. I want to check way out here. I don't see anything else up there. So let's start out with this little guy, 1.1, and that guy is 10 kilometers down. Was actually from yesterday at 1704. And let's see where the larger one was here. There it is, 2.6. And it's a Bayerfault, if that's right. But anyway, that's the name of that. Anyway, 2.6 is the size, and 4.2 kilometers down. Happened today at 5:44 a.m. And let's continue over, and we do see this little one over here near Astja. There's Astja itself, and there's a little 1.1, 5.4 kilometers down as well. Happened at 13:55. So that's what we're seeing there. And like I say, nothing at Bardabunga, nothing at Grimsbotn on this map. So we will check the other ones as well. I don't see anything else up top here. So let's take a look at the Reykjanes Peninsula. And of course, that is the city of Reykjavik, capital city. And over here we have Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Reykjanesbær, Yardvik. And then down in this area, you can see Grindavik, and then that is the Blue Lagoon and the power plant right there. So what is of interest is, of course, these. We'll work our way over there. We'll start out with this 1.9. There's actually a whole little swarm over here, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Anyway, yesterday, 1718 for that guy, and that is also yesterday, 1741. 3.5 kilometers down for that 1.6, even though they have it as a 1.7. 1.5 is a 1.5 at 1740, 3.6 kilometers down. This 1.1 here, 3.3 clicks down as well, 1645 for the 1.2, and then we have this 1.4 here we didn't look at, 1716, 3.6 kilometers down, magnitude 1.4. So just in general, something happening there. Don't know what's causing it. I don't think we're going to see an eruption of any type. Let me close my window. I was not expecting this. The lawnmower man across the street. Anyway, we do see these two here. So 1.0 from today, 2:45 a.m. and it was 5.6 kilometers down. Next one over, 1.3 in magnitude, 6.2 kilometers, and 2:38 in the morning. So that's what we're seeing in the outer areas, or well, more almost mainland, if you want to call it that. And that is kind of neat. All right, but that is still right on the fault, I would think. Let's zoom in a little bit more here, and this should be about the end of the magma chamber over on this end. This one from yesterday, 2117, 1.6, and that is 5.5 kilometers down. 1.2, 6.7 kilometers down, 21 at 28 yesterday. And this guy here, 1.9, 6.7 kilometers down as well, 4:57 a.m. And that's what we've got right there. We move over on the other side of the lake and the ridge here. Well, we're not really over the ridge. We're still within that same boundary. And of course, we've got hot springs and stuff in that area. This one, 2.4 in magnitude, 4.6 kilometers down, happened today at 54 minutes after midnight. Then also a 1.3, 4.8 kilometers down at 21:42 yesterday. So that's what we've got in that area. Zooming back out a little bit, sliding over to the next ones. And of course, we're checking in between here. And here's Not Haggy, Not Creaky, and Gelding Gadarla, where Ragnar actually sits, and Ragnar's right about in here. And we're definitely not seeing any quakes in there right now, according to this chart. And let's take a look at these other ones. And they're showing these fairly new ones here. So let's look at this. From today, 8:24 a.m., 5.4 kilometers down, 1.2 in magnitude. That's a fair distance down. 5.0 clicks down, 1.1, and 9 a.m. on that guy. This 1.7 from 8:51 a.m., 5.1 kilometers down, 1.7 in magnitude again. And these other ones here, we have a 1.9, that is from 8:40. That is actually showing as a 1.3, and a 4.8 kilometers down. This guy here, 1.4, showing as a 1.0, 4.5 kilometers down, 8:56 a.m. 1.2 right here from 8:50. And that is a 1.2, and it is at 5.3 kilometers down. And I think that's it for that area. There's the 1.1 I was looking for, 5 kilometers down, 9 a.m. on that guy. And that, what did it say there? Yeah, 1.1. Yeah, so it is right. And there we see another whole row, and some of that might be yesterday's. Nope, on 9:30, 5.1 clicks down, 1.7. So we're seeing these, they're all around that same depth, and I don't think that's going to turn around and stir anything up. So 4.5 to 5 kilometers down, really not that scary when you're looking at it, according to this particular chart or map. we're not seeing anything over on this side right here, and that is a little bit perplexing because we know the uplift was here, so why are we not seeing anything right around here on this chart? Let's have a look at this 1.0. That was from 3:31 a.m. 5.5 kilometers down, and 1.0 magnitude. This guy here from 11:35 a.m. 5.8 kilometers down, and 1.1, of course. So what's going on? Are we losing our magma, or is it not got enough pressure to make it up to the surface, or is has the plates, have they moved far enough apart to take the pressure off and relieve that area? That is something that might be considered. But again, when they were saying in here that for sure the magma is confirmed to be in kind of a rectangular box here, and we didn't see anything else happening here, it really makes me wonder, because the original thought pattern was that the magma chamber comes from all the way across here, and everything would have been sitting on top of it. So the fact that we're now getting stuff that is 5 and 6 kilometers down or thereabouts makes you wonder what the heck is going on, Anyway, let's check this 1.6 out here real quick. 10 kilometers down, 1.6 yesterday from 1608, or sorry, 06, my bad. And yeah, and then we have a 2.0 out here from today at 9:30, 1.1 kilometers down, and of course 2.0 is what is indicated. And that is about it, what we're seeing on this particular chart. If we go to the other one, we do see that they had all kinds of other things listed here. The one thing they did not put in is anything over in our Gelding-Gedarler area. Fregedelfjeld had nothing, and we see that. It's empty, empty, empty. We did see a couple of extras here. These are a little shallower, 3.2 kilometers for this 0.79 from 3:44 a.m. But even when we zoom in here a little bit, looking at some of these other ones, we still are seeing the same thing, over 5 kilometers down. This one, 1424, 1.25, and 5.3 clicks down. This 2.7, or sorry, 0.75, 1524 was the time on it. 4.6 kilometers down. This 0.88, again about 5.5 kilometers down. So that's exactly what we're seeing in the area. I'm not going to go through every one of them again here, but it's the same thing. What we're seeing, distance down and magnitude, all fairly small, and I don't think there's anything to worry about. We'll check this guy over here, 3.9 kilometers down. That's a little more shallow, but not that far. And 4.6 on these outskirt ones. I think what we need to do is just have a look over here. We don't see anything in this area. We were seeing them basically surface quakes, and those seem to all have stopped or vanished. What's this 1.2, 5.5 kilometers down. Then we have these other ones, 5.8 clicks down for that, 0.5 from 1623, that kind of thing. 6.8 kilometers down, so even deeper. And this 1.1, 5.8 kilometers down. So again, we got to kind of wonder what the heck have we got going on here, but I'm gonna just basically say, hey, let's wait and see what happens in the future. Adele, welcome, and Sherry Hewitt also made it in. Welcome, glad to have you on board. Who else did we see sneak in here? We got Henry. We got Tetra is here. Welcome, Tetra. I missed you all yesterday. I was out with my boyfriend. Oh, okay. Anyway, we did have a couple more here. What I was kind of wondering about that other chart. 1.41, 4 kilometers down out here at Asja from 1404 this afternoon. And then we had this zero at 2.6 kilometers down from 1952. And then we have a 0.31, my bad, 5.18 kilometers down, 2211 from yesterday. So that is okay there. We did get that one on the other one, so we'll leave that be. And this other one here was a 2.57, 4.17, or just about 4.2 kilometers down, 1144 on that one, time-wise. And again, we don't see anything further out, so that's kind of it. That is basically what we're seeing in Iceland, you guys. So not a heck of a lot of wild and weird action. We do have small quakes, but nothing really scary, or really no upsetting news or anything like that. Hey, Grandma B, welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's go somewhere else. Let's see what else we got in here. I think we might be able to go have a look at the. Let's go look at the Azores since we got a couple minutes here. It's nice there. Look, I can tell you, it's nice. You can see sunshine reflecting off the harbor buildings. That's actually amazing. That's the first time I actually seen it sunny there. Oh, darn it. They changed the picture. Let's go to this one and see what that looks like. Sun has not yet set, but it's getting very close. You'd normally see Mount Montana over here, but we can't see that, so that's all right. It looks a little windblown as far as I can tell. Not super wavy, but lots of wind. Anyway, that's that wonderful harbor. That's one of them that we look at, and then the other cams, of course, are on the little cove. Oh yeah, you can really see the waves coming in there. So quite a bit of white water. The ocean is rougher than it appears. And if we go to the third view, this is a different harbor, and of course, you know, the nice part about the harbor, the rough waters out there, and it's a lot calmer in the back here, and that's where everybody docks. Let's have a look at earthquakes out there. Ooh, the sunshine's coming back. I like it. Nice. Okay. Quick peek at earthquakes, and it just reloaded everything, and apparently they've already had 4 today. So 1:14 a.m. For this 1.9, and then we have a 1.5 at 12:11, and then 2.0 from 14:35, as well as a 1.9 at 16:08, and that is actually quite interesting to see. For those who aren't familiar with this, this is the Azores. That's St. George. This is Pico Island. And this is very close to the mid-Atlantic ridge. And if I zoom out a little bit, you'll get a better idea of where you are. There's your mid-Atlantic ridge. There's Portugal. There is the Canary Islands. And, of course, Morocco and Africa. And over here you've got England and Ireland and those places. So that's kind of, if you didn't know where it was, there you go now. Anyway, that's what we're seeing. 4 quakes there on the island. We'll go to the other map here, and I am going to fix that up so we can see the whole thing. There we go. And we'll get rid of that and make this bit bigger. There we go. That should be pretty close to being up to date. If we zoom in and have a look, they're actually indicating 5 here. So 4 hours ago, 2.1, 2.4 19 hours ago, 1.5 8 hours ago, 22 hours ago for another 1.5, and 6 hours ago for 2.3. So they've got an extra one on here that the other guys weren't showing. Maybe they just came in, but that is what we've got there. And looking around, we don't see anything else in the area. Usually we have a stray of sorts, but we're not seeing that today. And when we come down here, we do see all 4 are on St. George, and the depths are right there. So 1 is a surface, the rest are not. And when we go to our little chart, hey, it worked. I clicked on it once and it actually went there without opening that other box up. Yay! I'm stoked. All right, anyway, there's our deep one, roughly about 13.5 kilometers, or roughly thereabouts. And then we have one about 9, or another one at 7, and then the surface one. So that's kind of what we see. And really, I'm not thinking that we've got all that much of stuff going on there. Anyway, I do see it is break time, and we will get on it before somebody releases a big thing there. What do they call it? The Kraken. The Kraken. I don't want the Kraken. How come we're buffering? Oh, okay. It quit buffering. All right. Pat Murphy, good afternoon. Piggy, Arizona, and Doc, welcome, and glad to have you on board. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go for a break. I don't know if I'm going to leave it here. Let's see if we can find something better for you to look at. Maybe the ice cream boat. I'll let you look at Japan while I'm having my break. Come on, go to Japan. There we go. And I can't tell if the ice cream boat is there or not. That's pretty tough. Wow. They've got glare coming off of there. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it here for the break anyway. For those good people who have not yet hit that like button, if you are enjoying the show, by all means, give that like a quick bop. It really does make a big difference when it gets into the YouTube analytics. So if you are enjoying it, by all means, help us out. It's the most economical and inexpensive way to help get the stream promoted. And on the other friendly note, I don't know if I have it open for. I thought I did, but we'll see. Oh, it's subscribers mode only. I'm going to open it back up to everybody, and so if you are not subscribed, you can talk right away, but that's okay. If we go back into subscriber mode, of course, that means you have to wait 5 minutes before, if you're not subscribed, you have to subscribe, and then it takes 5 minutes before you can chat in the chat box. On that friendly note, though, I am going to go take that break. Don't go away, you guys. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I will be back very, very soon, or at least 5 minutes from now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the microphone back on. Apparently I don't have that boogie woogie tune located on this one anymore. Don't know why. Something happened in the setup. Anyway, I'm not sure why we're not seeing that. Anyway, Sakura Jima is what you're seeing on the screen, and welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000. You are watching VolcanoX, a live stream, and right now on the screen here is a long-range shot of Sakura Jima, a volcano in Japan, and we'll carry right on with looking at it since we're already here. And of course that is the volcano over here behind the clouds, and our ice cream boat usually docks over here, but I don't see one docked there right now. So we're going to have to check back for ice cream. I thought I've seen that guy taken off here. Anyway, all right, there we go. Showing a lot more cloud sitting up top. Very, very difficult to see anything today. This, of course, is supposed to be a close-up of that. And why is the volume on? Let's wait for that. Oh, come on. How many commercials you guys putting in here? Holy mackerel. There, skip it. Anyway, that is the close-up of our wonderful Sakurajima. And we're not seeing much of anything other than a lot of cloud coming out in the area. So don't know what is actually coming from the volcano and what is natural cloud. And of course they zoom in a little bit more, which is really bad at the time. It doesn't help much when you're already looking at cloud. There's Mount Fuji, and we do see that. Let's see, who's in lurkers mode? I think that was, where'd he go? DJ, there he is. DJ Puff the Third in lurkers mode. Sharon Stewart is here. Welcome, Sharon Stewart. And I think Sue Hayes we got. And thanks for all the welcome backs, by the way, you guys. I didn't say that earlier, so glad you guys hear me and all cool. Okay, gonna keep going here, and we'll see. Whoops. Scrolling the wrong way. There we go. And for some reason, again, it's having to reload everything. I don't understand why. ASO, ASO is the way it is spelled, and that is ASO-san. And normally we would see it. It is hiding in the clouds here as well. And as you can tell, it is raining there. Our last view was Suwanoshi Jima, and I still don't think it's up. We're going to double check again. Nope, that camera is still down. We're going back to the long range shot here, just so we have it on in case that ice cream boat comes back. We really do need ice cream. All right. Let's carry on looking at other wonderful volcanoes around the world. So that was kind of Japan in a nutshell. And here we are at Taal in the Philippines. And unfortunately, Taal, of course, being quiet and not doing anything, and it being nighttime doesn't help us much. So we will carry on. We already had a look at the Azores, so let's go take a look at Mexico and see what we can find there. Kevin, you distract Dr. Fox. What is going on? How come you're trying to distract me? Why? Cookie Hunt and Twinkies. Okay, I got no Twinkies. All right, I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat, so you don't even have to look. What, Alba? You sing to him. Who are you gonna sing to? Anyway, let's continue on here, and we will go over to where I wanted to. And you know, we have the same problem there as we do in all the other places, is visibility. Unfortunately, it is poor. And even when we had even a slight inkling of something poking out, the clouds were still thick. I can see in there, in that hole, there's snow in there. Lots of snow. We've had a snowstorm, I think. Let's go to the other views. Oh, great. More commercials. Why not? Hey, why not? Everybody's got commercials on now. Wow. Anyway, this is kind of the other side of Popocatépetl, and if we go back a whole bunch, there is actually a time when you can see the darn thing, and there it is. And look at all that fresh snow up top here. Wow, that is pretty cool. Why is that not even moving? There we go. We got it playing. And lots of fresh snow, definitely off-gassing. We see that plume up there is fairly thick. So we know Popocatépetl is continuing to do what it does best. And let's put that back on live, and then we will look at the other one. Skip that. And again, we see the same thing, very cloudy. If we go back in time, we can see about 4.5 hours ago, it just peeks through a little bit. This is what, 3 hours ago roughly. And yeah, you can see the clouds. It's just incredible, the amount of clouds that they've got there. Now, we do have to understand right now they have that, what is it, Blaz, and there's another storm there. So they have the two storms just off the coast that are wreaking havoc on Mexico and Central America. This, of course, is the Fuego de Colima, south of Guadalajara, Mexico. And that is also in the clouds today, so we're not going to see much. And I bet you our Mount Fuego in Guatemala, which is, well, actually, that was showing a little bit this morning, and I want to see if we can get back to, there was a fairly nice eruption right around here. I kind of like this, the way this cloud has just wrapped itself around the top of the mountain is really awesome looking. And I think that's quite neat, but I want to make it go ahead a little bit here, a few seconds, and we want to get to, there we go. That looks pretty awesome to see coming out of those clouds. And darn, I did not, not many goodies in Dr. Fox's van. He's got to go shopping. You bet, shopping tomorrow. And oh, hang on, no, Tuesday. I'm going to go over to the deli on Tuesday. I'm still fine for tomorrow yet. So Tuesday is, the deli isn't open on Mondays. And that'll be what I want to do. Anyway, that is a pretty good eruption out of Fuego, since we don't get to see it very much. And I'm kind of liking the smooth cloud cover that it has over top of that mountain. That is pretty awesome. It really defines the plume of material coming out. What? I didn't feed his mods goodies anymore. Oh, wow. That's because I'm out. I haven't been to the deli, Piggy. I'm gonna get some on Tuesday. I promise. We'll get those German cookies, the ones that you like. Anyway, Jars also made it in. Welcome, Jars, as well as Duchess of Elements. Welcome back. And did I miss anyone else sneaking in the door? I think we're good for right now. So yeah, that was Fuego, and that was at 6:15 this morning, you guys, from Fuego. And after that, it was kind of back into the clouds for the most part. It did have a couple more little puffs there afterwards, but nothing overly outrageous. Let's see if we can find these other ones here. Just go ahead a little bit more. There's a little one. And again, the cloud has kind of lifted off of the top of the mountain a bit, but you know, we can see the mountain a little better. But still, we are seeing a smaller eruption. One of the things I noticed, it seems to be more on the other side now, and I don't know if it's changed or created a different exit path over on the other side, or the vent reformed and is throwing it out that way. So that is pretty cool. I was finding the planet goodies. Piggy, maybe he'll stop raiding Dr. Fox's van all the time. There would actually be something in there. Yeah, okay. I was looking for Mars bars for you. Jeez. Piggy, I hope you didn't find the bag of little Mars bars, the snack, little bite-sized ones. I hope you didn't find that. There's a bag of those and a bag of Snickers in there, and I hope you didn't grab those. Anyway, all right. But I want the German chocolate, so that's what we're looking for. My marzipan. Anyway. Okay, Fuego, it is doing, and then it went back into the clouds shortly thereafter. Well, about 7:19, it looks like it was starting to really get back into the cloudiness as things were popping through. And let's see, where are we going here? There's a little puff or blast right there. And again, clouds making it messy so we can't see so well. And then after that, it pretty much gave up the ghost, I think, for getting out of the clouds, that is. This is another one. Again, it's just very, very cloudy, and then after that, boom, just like that. And it's been like that the rest of the day so far. So from 9 a.m. onward till present time, which is right now at 14:52, and that's what we're seeing. Let's have a quick peek at the other ones. Talika still not showing anything. This one kills me. Again, Momo Tombo had a nice picture earlier, about halfway again, and you could see everything. It was pretty, but no joy. Let's go to our other one. And yeah, that same storm, that's that's one that's affecting the Central America, of course, Nicaragua being a part of it. It's sitting there blowing right in on those areas, so I don't expect to see anything out there. I'm going to put it back on Popocatépetl and put it back to live so I know where it is. And we'll carry on with other volcanoes. And here's one that we see, and the clock is ticking, and it says Semeru, and we're missing a camera, but that is okay. Let me see if I can find where that is located. Now we've got all this extra stuff here. I'm going to back up just a little bit and see how far we need to go here to see when it last popped, and that was right about there, maybe. No, a little bit more. And that actually looked pretty good. Going in reverse, there we go. So, whoops. That is about the start of that last eruption. And that was very, very recent, you guys. So, 3:43 a.m. out there. Yeah, no, this is not Semeru, this is Merapi, and that's what is on the screen. Semeru, unfortunately, is not showing right now, and I'm a little disappointed in that, but hey, I tried. You know, if they don't have the stream up, they don't have the stream up. Thank you, Piggy, for the 5-minute warning. No, so this, again, Merapi, and that, you said Semeru? Oh no, it's Merapi. Merapi will make you happy. And maybe it sounded like Semeru. It's supposed to be Merapi. That's what we're looking at. If I said Semeru, it's my bad. I'll take the blame. I got big shoulders. I'll take it. Anyway, that's pretty awesome. So, yep, Merapi. It's all good. It poured out. And that's about the best bacon we're going to see today, unfortunately, I think, from here. So, it is actually a pretty good eruption. The problem is that was one of a few. and we did have a couple other ones that weren't quite as spectacular. We will pop over to those in a second. Just watch this roll down just a little bit more there. Watch the one on the top left is the one that I like the most. Of course, seeing the real lava in real color, right? The other one being infrared, or sorry, IR. It basically glows like mad. So yeah, that's kind of cool. Anyway, we'll back it up a little bit more. And this one, 2:56 a.m. is when that was happening. And it did pour down the hill again fairly well. But again, we're having difficulty seeing anything over on this side. What is that? Gomez Adam said, what? That is what Gomez, okay. Eats the blame from Dr. Fox. What? Yeah, sure. I didn't blame nothing on you, Piggy. I took it myself. I got big shoulders. Does the wavy bar mean anything? Are you talking about this one going across here, Colin? And yes, that is a kind of a seismometer. And as you see, if it's got vibration to it, you bet you've got an eruption happening. And yes, it does. So that's exactly what it is. So when you see it opening up and jiggling a whole bunch, you know that you've got some action. If it is sitting still or pretty smooth, you're not going to see anything. I'm going to put it back to live, and that is where it's at now, just about 4 a.m. there, and that is it. While we're on this particular shot, let's see if we can change that a little bit and put it on that view, and we'll go over there. And now we snuck over to Ruapehu, and Ruapehu is over in New Zealand on the North Island. Bucket, Curly Whirly Bar. Oh, speaking of Curly, he was out back. I took my garbage out earlier, and I checked to see if he was out behind the garden shed that we have out there. And yep, he was sleeping in the grass and just relaxing. So I just left him be. I did say hi to him, and he kind of winked his eye, but yeah, all good. Anyway, we see what it looks like there in New Zealand. Again, they too have storms hitting the New Zealand area, so that's why we're seeing all this cloud. It seems everywhere it's got pretty much the same kind of weather. Let's pop over. I just want to see if Semaru is up yet as far as the channel, if they got anything happening there. So let me just refresh and see. No, what about the volcano monitoring one? And we do have to understand it's in the wee hours of the morning. So no, they don't have anything running right now. We shall carry on. I think what we can do is possibly go. We did check on Ta'al. Yeah, Ta'al has a nice sunrise happening. So I think I'll leave it on here for right now, and that'll work out. So for all the good people who are watching, if you are enjoying the show and you have not yet hit that thumbs up, please do give it a quick shot. I really would enjoy that because it does help out with the YouTube analytics, of course, and popularity. Poppet, oh yeah, I got pictures of Poppet sent to me again. If I load them up, Poppet's going to come out and kill me, so I'm going to hurry up and get off of here before my few seconds is up. Please don't go away, you guys. If you have not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on that bell notification if you haven't done so already. And on that friendly note, when we come back from my 5-minute break or thereabouts, there will be bacon seeds And yes, bacon seeds. They like their Starbucks and their ice cream. All right. I'm your host, DrFox2000. I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away. Keep smiling. And play nice in the lava. Well, we don't have any lava. Do you want me to put you on some lava? I can give you some lava. It's older lava, but it's lava. I don't know if I have my music loaded up over there. Let's see if that'll work over there. Let me see. Do I have... I do have music over there. Okay. I'm going to do that. We're going to leave you there. I'm going to give you day 127 in Iceland. As soon as I find where that is. There we go. And we'll turn it on. Since you don't have any lava, I figured we better give you something. So there is a little bit of lava. Anyway, don't go away, you guys. I will be back in 5 minutes or thereabouts with our wonderful bacon seeds. Keep smiling, and I'm your host, DrFox2000. I'll be back. And I've got the microphone back on. Welcome, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and you're watching VolcanoX live stream. Welcome back, everyone. And we are on the second half of our show. My sugar-free biscuit as a treat. Oh, you got sugar-free biscuits? Yum. Okay. Thank you, and welcome. Welcome back. Thank you, Mars and Kevin and Piggy and Snowman and whoever else is in there. Anyway, we're going to stop this. We're going to go over to take a look at some bacon seeds. How about that? That is what I did promise. So let us have a look. And hey, this guy is from yesterday. So let's get on to today's bacon seeds. And keep smiling. I think it's a clean day for bacon seeds. And what do you do with a ducky? You go into the tub and you have some fun. So that's what this little fella is doing. Thanks, Sherry, for the welcome back. And Sue Hayes and everybody else. And yep, ducky having a bath. That is pretty awesome. Next one is this guy, and I don't think he looks too fun right there. I don't know if he's enjoying himself. He's looking at all those other pigs trying to steal the glory from his bath. So that is kind of weird. But hopefully that'll straighten out for him, and he'll be top piggy in there in no time. So pretty cool. Okay, let's pop on to the next one and see what, Rubber Piggy, you're the one. Rubber Piggy, so much fun. Oh, never mind. Bath time. Yeah, hey, that's, isn't that what they sang on that show? The Sesame Piggy Street, something like that. All right. Anyway, next one. There we go. And that one looks like he needs to have his snout washed. Love the water wings. Yep. We're going to take a look. And this guy is kind of giving us that, what are you doing expression. So kind of weird look. Gotta love it, you guys. Let's move to the next one here, and that is this one. Oh, now this one's having a little more fun in the tub. He says, look at me, I got a white beard. And then he's laughing about it. And gotta love it, you guys. The little piggy has got such a beautiful expression. the first one on the left there is like, look, my beard. And I think that's cute. All right, let's carry on. We'll see what our next one is. And, yep, he loves bath time. Here's one. Gotta have your Starbucks when you're out in the sun and going for a stroll. And that is an ice latte, Supremo, El Macho, El whatever they call them. I have no idea what those guys serve at Starbucks. I have never been back into one since I went there one time and got a coffee, and I couldn't even get a coffee, never mind. They had everything, whatever they had. Star Oinks. Oh, it's a Pigacino. It's a Pigacino special drink. Okay, Star Oinks Pigacino drink. But you know what pigs do like best, and that's the same as the rest of us. We all like our ice cream, you guys. This is our last bacon seed for today. So after you're having your Pigacino drink, you can have your ice cream. And that is beautiful. Beautiful. Sounds about right. All right. Brian Rock, rail fan in the house. Welcome. Sherry Hewitt is also here saying, oh my God. Anyway, gotta love it, you guys. Yep, you make sure that your piggy gets his ice cream too. And they do like it. Definitely worthwhile. Okay, that is our bacon seeds for today, and we've run through a lot of the stuff already. I want to go back over to Taal, see if the sunrise is looking a little bit better, and I don't know if that screen is moving. I have to get back on that page. Oh, there it is now. As soon as I clicked on the thing, it kicked in again. Just not finding it yet. Where is it? There it is. All right. Okay, and apparently my mouse isn't showing. No, I don't want the whiteboard. What are you doing? Mouse is showing on that one. What about this one? There we go. All right, now I got the mouse showing. Anyway, that is Taal volcano out here, and I know it's kind of short. It's not very tall. This one in the back is taller than Taal volcano, but that is still 1,038 feet above sea level, and believe it or not, 380 some meters roughly to the highest point, and that might be out here, which is not really over here, but still it is very sizable. Looks small from the distance, unfortunately, but that is what we're seeing. It is a beautiful start to their day there. The thunderstorms have left. Mars wanted to see Poppet. Okay, I'll do that. I'll load the Poppet pictures right here, right now, and as soon as I find them, I do have them. Yeah, where is it? I'll find it. I'll find it. Oh, you wanted to see Poppet? Here's Poppet. Oh, hang on. That's the Kraken. Sorry, that's not Poppet. That's the Kraken. The Kraken of Kos. That's Poppet's Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde attitude. Let's get it on the right one here, you guys, and we'll get Poppet on there. I know I have the pictures here. It's okay. Here's Poppet being a moderator and taking care of when Piggy falls asleep. This is what typically happens. Let me get that a little bigger. There you go. And we'll slide that over there, and we'll get the other one on here too. So that is Poppet working the phone. What is this thing doing? It's supposed to be in bacon seeds. I got gremlins again. Way to go. Poppet. Here's the other one. And this is Poppet, of course, being its normal self when it's quiet and minding its own business. So I'm sure you can see Poppet sleeping there very comfortably when you're not live with her. Okay, when you live, or what? Not when you live with her? Okay. Yeah, Poppet is adorable. Poppet, the Kraken of Kos. There you go. You got to see Poppet, and that's all cute. So, nice quilt. Yep. Poppet likes everything on there. And we'll get that off the screen. Okay, so that's what we're seeing there. Pretty awesome. And let me try to find some other volcanoes, because we have really nothing today that is wanting to show really well. Quick peek over at Yellowstone National Park. We'll have a look there and see if we have anything that looks reasonable. I don't even see a buffalo. We do see some steam coming off the vents back in the background there, but nothing really fancy, nothing wild, nothing cool. And let's see. If you don't know better, you'd think Poppet was a sweet cat. Oh, I know better. Poppet is not a sweet cat. she'll get on there and she'll ban people just for saying hello. It's one of those things, you know. Cats always have that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde attitude, and you know, they can be really nice for a little while, and then when you're not looking, they're taking their paw and smacking that glass off the counter and throwing it to the floor and watching it break, and then that kind of thing. So unless she's sees a next door cat, Oliver, then Oliver is in trouble. The Kraken comes out. Lava lout, what? Got banned by Poppet? Yeah, but we fixed that, DJ. That was a mere accident. At least it hasn't happened recently. I don't think we've had anyone banned for a little while by the cat, but it's all good. Anyway, I'm not seeing much there at Yellowstone either today, unfortunately. And my other cameras, Stromboli, the two cameras at Stromboli are not working either. Neither the thermal or the other one. I'm going to double check on that because I don't want to eat my words, but we'll take a look here and confirm. And yes, I'm right. Neither Stromboli camera are working. We've got one of the thermals on, and that's not really going to help us out at all. So no Stromboli to look at today. And let's see what else we got. Well, let's pop over to Hawaii. We might as well get that out of the way. And how come that is still playing? I turned it off. Come on. There we go. I turned it off before I left the page. How come it was still going, you guys? That darn thing. Anyway, this is supposed to be Hawaii, so let's get over there and find out what I did with my files. There we go. And all right, I see what we did there. Fixed it. Okay, so Hawaii, 5:06 a.m. this morning. That is what our crater looked like. I can't tell the depth on there. Too much fog and fog and everything else in the way. We definitely see an arch here and a bridge over top going into the toe area. So it has re-bridged itself from what we see. We do know down on this end here is where the lava comes out of the lava tube, and that feeds the whole little pond or lake, whatever you want to call it, with its toe. And we're not seeing a heck of a lot of anything there. Let's refresh it, daytime picture, and we'll see what it looks like right now. All right, we can see that it is down about the same as what it was yesterday, maybe a little bit more again, but yesterday I thought it was up a little higher. And definitely down a bit. You can see it all the way around in the toe hole. You can see it over here as well. Too difficult to tell if we still have a tilt on this thing, but definitely not overflowing right now, so that's what we're seeing. And this, of course, is an updated picture. Yeah, 11:20, and yeah, we can see it up there. Let's see if I refresh. Is that the same one? Yep, same picture. Anyway, there you can see the primary vent. Well, it's hard to see. It's in the fog or smoke, but it is down there. The little lava tube divider here, where it's a little open pit, hornito, where you can see lava sometimes, and that is where it feeds into this area. Again, this shot though, you can see all the way around, and you see that gray area in the center here, the darker color. It is more cooled lava, and actually kind of all lifted up as one piece. The outsides here are all a lot fresher material, and that seems to be the status quo of what's going on. This thing seems to be lifted up in the center, and it is pretty awesome to actually see that. Speaking of lifted up in the center, we do have the thermal still up available to show that, but I'll show it after we get past the thermal, and then we can have a quick peek. This is from the other side of the caldera, and again, what I was mentioning about uplift, you can definitely see some cracks here, and the way everything has formed on the sides, definitely showing that this is higher land than what's down here. This, of course, was Pig Island, and it is still intact. It has a hot spot right behind it. Not sure why. There's your little lava pond, and the tow area, our primary vent, is over here, and it's feeding in there. Very smoky over there right now, so we don't see a heck of a lot. That is what we've got, and that is the current picture, you guys. Let's take a look at the thermal, and this is a fresh thermal because it had to reload. Here you can see that primary vent. There's that hole or a small hornito where the divider tube is, and it feeds into the lava pond from that point. You can also see that cooler or drier area here that's lifted up a little bit. I don't know if I want to call it drier, maybe cooled is the proper word for it, and it's older material. The oldest stuff, of course, here is sitting right there as that Pig Island little float there that's still left. We'll see how long that will last, or maybe this will turn into the new Pig Island, or the bigger, better Pig Island, and we'll see. It'll be interesting to watch it in the future. And of course, you can see the hot spots all the way around. A slight glow to everything, really, with the exception of on top here, except for that one spot right behind the Pig Island, and that's where all that smoke was coming from. So that is current, you guys, and that's what we're seeing. But I wanted to show you that uplift video, so I'm going to actually throw that one back in here, and this is the USGS from June 13th is when they threw this one out. Time-lapse sequence that shows the lava lake, and that is pretty awesome to be able to watch that. And it plays through a few times there, so pretty cool to be able to see that. And you can see how the whole thing is just rising up and lifting up quite a ways. So that's kind of it for our wonderful Kilauea, with the exception of we're going to get to their earthquakes really, really fast, and we'll get them done before the break. Let's see, Hawaii, and there's Hawaii, zooming in, the entire island chain of Hawaii, of course, are there. And we're going to the big island, and that is the island of Hawaii itself. And we do see some red ones real quick. Have a quick look. 3.5, larger than normal, happened today at 1517. There's a 2.4, 1521, and it is a 2.4. This other guy here, 3.6, 1515. So a couple of larger quakes in there, interesting, and makes you wonder, are we going to see some action of some sort? Justine, welcome, glad to have you on board. Anyway, gonna zoom in, or well, I'll do it like this. 1.8, this was from yesterday, 2140. This guy here, 1.9 from yesterday at 1900. This guy is from today at 1216, and that was a 2.1. And then we have this guy yesterday at 1659, 1.8. This one, 1.9 at 5:55 a.m. today. moving over and onward, we see this 2.1, and from 2242 yesterday. This guy here, 2.5 from today, 6:57 a.m. This guy, 2.4 from 10:37 a.m. And we got a 1.9 from 12:13. We also have this 2.2 here at yesterday from 1933. And then we have this 1.9 from yesterday at 15:35. There's a couple more down here we didn't check. 2.0 from 1400 today. And then we have a 1.9 also from today, 9:29 a.m. And that is pretty cool. One more out here in the water, 8:36 and 2.0. They're all around the same depths, so that's pretty cool, between about 29 kilometers down and 35 kilometers. And just to zip up here real quick, we do see 2 up here on Mauna Loa, and we want to have a quick look here. 2.0, and it says minus 2 kilometers, and that's 2 kilometers above sea level. And that's well into the mountain. I'd be pretty close to being up here somewhere. And then there's a 2.7, that is a minus 800 meters, so 800 meters above sea level, and it's straight underneath the caldera. So looking pretty awesome. We don't see anything new on Mauna Kea. I'm not going to worry about that. We did see this guy here. Was yesterday 1816, but just zooming in on Kilauea real quick, and we are not seeing any new quakes in Kilauea. There is the caldera within the caldera within the caldera, and that is pretty awesome. So I like what we're seeing, and not seeing the action though that I'd really like to have in there. All right, let's see where we can put you for right now. I think we need to check on our ice cream boat. Oh my God, it's raining over there. That's horrible. What about Taal? Taal is nice, but I don't know. I think we maybe we'll take a look at Yellowstone. Is that better now? I want to see someplace to leave you here. Yeah, they got some people and stuff there at Yellowstone. Let's see if that's actually working. Where is my Yellowstone? Yellowstone, where are you? There you are. And yep, we got Sasquatches walking around and all kinds of things. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'd take a 5-minute break. So for all those who have not yet hit that like button, please do give it a quick shot. Hit that like button and help us out that way. YouTube analytics takes over. We're trying to get to at least 100 or over that. That would really be awesome. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. Would also be pretty cool. It's me, ALS, David Brewer. Don't I know him somewhere? Isn't he the astronomy guy? Anyway, welcome, David. Glad to have you on board. James Bong also made it in. Good to see you. And hi to anyone else that I did miss out on. So don't go away, you guys. 5 more minutes or thereabouts for a break, and I will be back. Keep smiling. Hit that like button, and don't go away. There'll be more. Maybe. There's music. Okay, I'll be back. And I am back. Welcome everyone, or welcome back. I'm glad to have you guys on board, and good to have you all here yet. Sharon Stewart threw in a wonderful super chat of $42. Woo, lava, that, what? Love that lava boogie. Thanks, Doc. And you are very welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it, and thank you very, very kindly for that $42 super chat. That is just awesome. First one of the day, and it is a beauty. Thank you kindly. Anyway, yep, what we've got on the screen, of course, is from back on the 25th of July last year, on day 127 of our wonderful Ragnar's eruption. And that is kind of what we were looking at. And I thought, hey, we got to have a little bit of lava on the screen. Otherwise, people are going to think that we have volcanoes without lava. And should do that. I should do a short daily, short live stream like DrFox. Okay, yeah, you could, couple hours. That is always wonderful, and it really does kind of work out if you have a good audience, and they are very, very good people, the ones that are in here. So I really do enjoy that. Anyway, let's carry on, and we'll take a look at our other wonderful things. I will pause this for now, use the rest of that for later, pop over to our other volcanoes, volcanic areas, and we're going to see what we can find for earthquakes. And of course, I did refresh the Canary Islands there. And I want to do it one more time here, though, before we get too carried away. And remember, we seen that star flashing, and it is still in that same spot. This is over on the island of Tenerife, and that is right up at the top of the caldera there. That is another earthquake that they've had. 13 kilometers down, 1.6. And there are a whole bunch of them right at the top here. So is it possible that with an earthquake swarm like that, we may be in for something? Anything is possible. So keeping our eyes open and hoping that we are going to see something happen there, because I don't know if we'll ever see anything from La Palma for another 10 or 20 years. But certainly do see over here in Tenerife that we may have something going on. Let's zoom into La Palma, and we're going to have a quick look and see what we have on the list today. And no earthquakes today. 18th, yesterday was the last one, 2 kilometers down, 0.7, and that is partially under a lava flow from Cumbre Vieja on the northern side of it, but there's not a heck of a lot going on there, you guys. So that's kind of what we're looking at, and really that guy being the last one. I don't know. That's horrible. We need more earthquakes. No, we need volcanoes. Let's go have a look at our volcano map. It's refreshing itself here. And that is good. That way I don't have to do it. It did it automatically. I don't like that, but it did it anyway. Looking at the map real quick, we're zooming through stuff. There you've got Astja and Fregadelfjall, which is Ragnar up here in Iceland. The one on Sao George in the Azores, definitely a yellow. I don't know if we even want to consider the yellow anymore either. I don't think we're going to see anything pop out of that, but hey, I could be wrong. Sliding down Michael Volcano, South Sandwich Islands down here, doing its thing. Zoom in a little bit. We'll take a look at, we've got some more action around right around Sabancaya down in Peru. And a bunch of little quakes, a swarm going on there, really, in all in the fours. So that is kind of weirdish. But they're just in the last few minutes, 15 minutes ago, 19 minutes ago, 24 minutes ago, and an older one there. So these are just happening now. I don't know if that really means too much for us. Looking at what we've got here, Central America 5.1 is about 4 hours ago, just off the coast of Guatemala, and we'll see a little bit better there. It's Guatemala, El Salvador, pretty close. So there's our Fuego and his buddy, and then not anything new in this area at all. There's our Popocatépetl in Mexico. Now we do have storms out here, and that is causing some havoc for some of the people there, and I'm sure it's not good. Looking at our Aleutian Islands up here, and then Kamchatka Peninsula with what is it, Chevalush, as well as Bezimiani, and then Karimsky doing their things, and then we got this Ibico still doing its thing, orange, and that one, I think they put it on there on this map. Ibico typically wasn't showing, but we know it is active because we've seen the plumes from it. And also here's another one, 27 minutes ago, 5.0, just north of Japan, that kind of thing. We do still see Antaki-san still showing there on the map, as well as his friend Yaki Daki. Sorry, I think that name is funny. Yaki Daki. Okay, Yaki Daki is yellow. And of course Semiru there, and Suwanosi Jima down there, having its normal stuff, and then these guys out here doing their own thing as well. Sliding down into the Philippines, of course, there's Taal right near Manila, and it's still considered a yellow, even though we haven't seen much out of it at all. And then of course Bulusan, it is still active, throwing off a lot of SO2. We get to these other ones, they're pretty quiet. And then we got Ibu and Dukono. They are doing their thing, still in an eruptive state. While we're over here, Yasur is still there. Leolotok, Semiru, Merapi, and Krakatoa all along here, still doing their thing. Barren Island volcano still quiet, even though it is an orange. And wanted to zoom out and go down here. Herd volcano down here on Herd Island, and is still considered a yellow. And then we slide over to New Zealand real quick here. Ruapehu, which again we couldn't see today. It's still doing its thing, but still considered a yellow. Not sure when they're going to turn that off, if ever. But they did turn off the yellow for White Isle volcano, and I see they had another little quake underneath it at 4.0 not too long ago, and that's about where it sits. Out here we see another 5.5, and that is Tonga, and that is just about right on top of Tofua. And then we had another 4.8 and a 4.7 in the mix as well, with another little tiny, I don't know what that is, 4.9 underneath it. 4.9. So that's what we're seeing in that area. Of course, there's Yasur. Zoom back out a little bit and slide over to our other area. We see the swarm is continuing up here in Kazakhstan, partially in Mongolia, and in China, and what is it? Kyrgyzstan? if I said it correct. Kyrgyzstan, something like that. Anyway, there. Lots of quakes. Mayat are still there, or in a yellow. Old Doño, our black carbonate volcano, still doing its thing. DR Congo right there, still a red. Erta still producing and doing its thing. And of course, we are zooming in here where we see Etna, Volcano, Stromboli, and Campi. And of course, our good friend Ivan, who was over here in right near Naples, looking at Mount Vesuvius, is now over here in Sicily, going to look at Mount Etna. So that is pretty cool. Barren Island volcano is a really interesting volcano. It's India's only active volcano, but I can't find any good source of information about it. It's so annoying. And Mars 2028, I have looked myself actually for that one. And I've also looked for Heard Island volcano, and about the same results, right? Which is frustrating sometimes, and you don't get what you want when you're looking for it. But that is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. All right, moving on. Let's see about our weather today. First off, let me get to the right map. Where did you go? There you are. And we'll put it on the SO2 map. First, we're using windy.com to display this. And anybody interested, windy.com is what it is. A very easy name to punch in and get going. And they tell you all kinds of bad things, like your local weather and stuff. Anyway, if you want the SO2 settings, you go into more layers, and you will find SO2 in there, and you can turn that on and get this particular map if you like. North America looking pretty good, actually. Not bad at all when you're right at it. That includes Mexico, and it seems that stuff down there is a little bit more localized, but it's just sitting there. So I'm wondering if they're building up a little bit or something like that. Hopefully that will blow back out into the Pacific a little bit, not onto the Gulf here, and keep everything happy. We do, like I said, this circulation here, that is that one storm, and this would be the other one down here. We'll have a look on the other map right away and see. So that is messing up our views. Anyway, down here, Guatemala, you've got Fuego and those other guys. A little bit of off-gassing from there. Colombia, our two volcanoes there, still doing most of that damage. A lot of this here, I have to say, it's pollution from smelters and things like that. It can't just be off of Sabancaya. Sabancaya, of course, is their volcano down there that is active, and we're running that through just to see how much pluming it was doing, and I really don't think it was overdoing anything. So when we see that, we have to kind of question, where's that stuff coming from? And I don't think it's all coming from Sabancaya. That's not pluming that much, not a very heavy output as far as I can tell from just looking from a distance. So that would be right there. And yes, it's probably in putting some stuff in there, but we are getting a lot off of other materials. Okay, zoom out a little bit and slide over. We see New Zealand here, White Isle volcano doing its thing. And of course over here is Tofua, still continuing. And I'm not sure if we're getting any off-gassing from Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai out of that as well. But if we are, it's minimal. Looking here, Yasur and his friends. Yasur again, not a bad shot today there. Still a crooked camera. I wish they'd straighten that thing out. And let's see. Do we have more than one picture? No, that's all we've got today. That is a Yasur. And the camera is not working. There we see what's happening in Papua New Guinea area. And this would be from Luolatok, Semeru, Merapi, and Krakatoa. And of course, Ibu, Dukono doing those. And then Bulusan up here. And of course, if there's anything coming off of Taal, I don't know if there is right now, but most of that is also population stuff. We do see going up the coast here, Taiwan, natural population in China as well. A lot of pollution coming off of that. But here we see Suwanosi Jima is still providing quite a bit of SO2. Same thing happening with Sakura Jima. And the rest is industrial stuff there. And here's that other volcano. And my bad, I already forgot the darn name of it. But it's on this island here. And so we've got the three here on the Kamchatka Peninsula that are doing their thing. And this one was added just recently. And if we have the map, let me just go over to that map for a second. I want to get the name of that. Otherwise, I am going to forget it. Ebico. Ebico. It is Ebico. Ebico. Ebeko. However you want to pronounce it. Ebico. And that is the volcano there. Going back, so let's get back on that map. Yeah, so that's coming from right there. Ebico. And of course Karimsky and the other ones up there. A little bit off of the Alaskan panhandle here and that, but nothing major. And China doesn't look very happy. It's very polluted. Same thing with India, pretty heavy. We go down here into South Africa. We still see our smelter pollution, as well as going here, DR Congo, we do have the SO2 from the volcano, as well as industrial pollution. Middle East, as we call it, or the Arabic East region, not seeing a darn bit of good sunshine here. It's a lot of pollution happening in the area, a lot of SO2, and Urta Ale just being drowned out by all the other SO2, so you can't really tell. Now, this is a little more interesting. You see what's going on here. We've got a larger cloud, and we've got some very heavy SO2 coming out of Mount Etna. Yvonne, if you're still listening to the show, please make sure that you're wearing breathing gear if you're up there tomorrow, or during the day. It should just make sure you stay downwind, because there's a lot of SO2 high levels as far as what we can see, higher than normal. You don't want to be breathing that stuff no matter what, right? And even though it's not killer levels, it's still quite high. So if we get right in there, 76, yeah, I just want to see some of those spots. Yeah, 76 is about the highest that we see, 77. So, yeah, still not worthwhile breathing that stuff in, and you really don't want that. So, there's the volcano, and there's where the gas cloud is. And I really pity anybody who is underneath there. That would not be good air for them. Let's zoom back out of that if we can. Out. There we go. Looking at Europe, very clean looking for the most part. Spain, France, Germany's got a little bit of industrial stuff happening there. Same with England. Ireland completely clean. Scotland is wonderful. Looking at Finland, Sweden, and Norway as well, very clean areas. Russia has a bit, but I'm not going to get into that. And that is what the SO2 levels are like today. Not overly bad. We've seen much worse, so this is all right. I'm gonna zoom back out. I'm gonna refresh this, guys. I was looking at other storms and things, and just wanted to see what was going on. All right, North America. I'm going to start here in Central America, actually, and we're going to take a look. There's the one storm, and here's the other one. So they're calling this one Blas, and then the other one was Cecile or something. I can't remember what the name was on it, but they may have not labeled it on this particular map. But that's the other storm here. So we're seeing this, and that's drawing material across the from actually in the Gulf across the landmass, and then swirling out around here and just refeeding and pummeling all that moist air into Central America. So that's what we're seeing there. And this guy, of course, hopefully it's going to dissipate, but that is helping to throw all that. There's Guadalajara right there for those who need to know, and the other volcano that we look at is just south of it. But again, that'll cause a lot of problems. Looking temperature-wise, though, and wow, we do see Arizona still very hot, and also very hot in Texas and Louisiana, and some of that heat is going right up in here. Wow, 38, 39 degrees in North Dakota, and looks like Minnesota and those areas. Very hot. Tom Dice must be cooking there in Chicago. Well, actually, Chicago 27, 26, 28. Yeah, pretty hot there. Also out here where David is, somewhere 26, 27 degrees. So it's not too bad in Florida. And then, of course, we have the other states along the edge here looking pretty good. Little cooler in upstate New York, I guess, and Maine as well. Eastern part of Canada, a little cooler until you get out here. And I'm surprised that we're seeing 20 degrees Celsius out on the island. And that's pretty awesome. Not as warm where I am. We've got, I think, about 20, 21 degrees Celsius in Alberta right now. Looking a little better than what we did yesterday. I'm still amazed that we have this much heat sitting up north, and in some spots 25, 27 degrees. Wow. Those polar bears must be really having a hard time with that. And that is in the Northwest Territories and a little bit in Nunavut, but still very warm for their area. And of course that means the warmth is going to take out a lot more ice, and if you've got ice melting, sea levels rise. Simple as that. Looking at what we've got in South America right now, still looking at some good heat that is happening in the Amazon. 28, 29 degrees for the most part. We do have the higher elevations, of course, being cooler, and places like Colombia and Venezuela and so on. And our cutoff line for the daytime here is kind of changed to a little bit of an angle, and we got the eastern coast where Buenos Aires is, and that south of that is cold. They're definitely getting winter, and I wouldn't want to be there. Sliding over a little bit more, we'll get over into New Zealand real quick and see what we're cooking down there, and it is horribly cold. This high down here, the circulation is throwing up all that cold air for them and cooling them right off. This is winter at its finest, and just a couple hundred kilometers to the north, the temperature is 20 degrees, and down here it's 6 degrees. Brr. This low here isn't doing its job. It's got to push more air down. Cold there, and of course Australia, again, kind of doing the same thing. Tasmania looking pretty chilly. It is wintertime, and we do understand that. 9 degrees according to this in Melbourne, and that would be a little on the chilly side. Sydney looking at around 14, Brisbane around 13, 14 right now, depending on where you are. Adelaide a little bit warmer than Melbourne, and it's 12. So that's what we're seeing. We do see this high coming in here, and I don't know if it's doing its job. It's not drawing in enough of that hot air to pull it back down. Hopefully places like Perth will get a little bit warmer, and all of the interior warms up a little bit. And we see it's not really super hot in the top either. We do take a look here, like Fiji and New Caledonia, and as we go here, Papua New Guinea and those areas still holding their temperatures fairly well. Same thing with all of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Nothing really out of the ordinary. A little cooler, I think, in Bangkok. It is only 27 degrees there today. Cooler by 1 degree. And all right, my guess for today is 27 degrees and 82% relative humidity. So if somebody wants to do the honors, type in exclamation weather space and then Bangkok, just for giggles, and see what that is. Looking pretty warm in the other areas here, though. Thanks, Sue, for putting that in. And boy, was I off. It's 26 degrees, not 27. And it's a 90% relative humidity. Ha! Oh boy, that must be really sticky. If it's not raining, it's really, really sticky, you guys. That would be pretty nasty. Anyway, not looking too bad. In Japan, we slide up a little bit more. Take a look at Russia and that area. Kamchatka actually pretty warm right now, which is really awesome. Back down here, Indian Ocean, pretty much normal for this time of year. Not seeing any storms hitting Madagascar right now, which is probably good. Whoop. And seeing Africa, northern parts here, Sahara Desert, and then, of course, the Arabic Middle East area doing about the same. Very, very hot in some of the places. 38, 39 degrees, depending on where you are, and as cool as 21 if you're in the highlands somewhere. But yeah, pretty much cooking. Looking at Europe, and we'll zoom in a little bit. And Piggy's Place, and we'll go there first. The island of Kos, showing at 23, 24 in some spots, but so Piggy's got 23 degrees Celsius in the middle of the night. And looking at Crete, about the same. Most of Greece, highlands are a little cooler, of course. And most of the coastal areas are looking very lovely. Yeah, we're looking at 21, 22 degrees in some spots, 24 in others. And we were looking at colder temperatures in the higher elevations again. And hopefully that'll be a little bit more comfortable for tomorrow when Yvonne gets up on the mountain, and she is at Mount Etna. And of course, looking at the other side here, pretty normal temperatures for this time of year in Italy, and then we'll slide over to Spain. We see that Spain is holding out, doing its thing. Portugal a little cooler, and of course they've got that storm sitting off the coast here. So top northwest corner of Spain is probably getting nailed pretty good. Pretty warm in France by the looks of things, and some of that is actually trying to push in about 2/3 of Germany is pretty warm. The other areas are getting that cold blast from the north here. So anyone, I guess, in Holland and Belgium and those areas, even up here in Denmark and northern Germany, Bremen and Hamburg and those areas, or well, Hamburg, Hamburg, however you want to say it, they're getting nailed. Sliding up a little bit more, we do see again fairly chilly in Finland, Norway. This is Finland. Still pretty chilly in Finland up in the north, about the same as Norway, also the same as northern Sweden. And we do see down at the bottom, though, a little bit warmer, which is not so bad. And then over in England and Ireland, they're holding about the same. A little cooler in Scotland, but those are all not bad. That low bothers me. We're going to take a look at it right away. Looking at what we see here, and this is a little bit odd. When we see the cold air blowing on here, we know that there's some warm air being drawn in. You can see some of the rifts, but it's kind of weird that we're getting warmer temperatures now on the eastern side of Iceland as opposed to the west side. And the west side, of course, being hit by the wind. Our Reykjanes Peninsula right now, about 9 degrees, but a very, very quick wind. Reykjavik's actually 10 degrees, a little more sheltered, I think, and allowing it to slow down. And let's zoom out a little bit, and we see some of the other wind currents. We do have that up there. This guy here, I wonder if that's what's helping drive this. And we don't see that wonderful flow that we normally see out of what we call the Gulf Stream. It's not happening right now, so I don't know. It looks like maybe it's pushing up, and the Gulf Stream is going up here into Canada. All right, Vera Lucas Campos, hello from Brazil, and welcome, and glad that you're on board. Yep, Brazil down here, and definitely got some warmer temperatures, unless you're down in the southern part down here somewhere. Then you'd be freezing. I hope you're in the warm area. Okay, since we've gone over that, I just want to take a look over at some of the storms, and what I was interested in, of course, what was going on in Iceland. Okay, here's all that moisture that is being pushed by that cold air, and that's what we're seeing. The east side here, even though it is warmer, it's just getting rained on, and nasty storm up in the north side as well of the island. So that's what we're seeing there. And then I wanted to see this storm here, this low, and yes, that's exactly what I thought it was doing, producing a lot of thunderstorms here in France and the top end of Spain. So nasty little system. And of course, here we get that circulation kind of going every which way, feeding down and back up and sideways. A little bit in Germany as far as that rain in those areas, but we see a big storm going all the way from I guess here in Poland all the way across Lithuania and stuff like that. So that's what we've got in that area. And looking down here where Piggy was, Piggy is over here. So this is what's kind of affecting Etna right now, is this circulation here. So we'll see that moving. I don't know where that rain is going to go. but they do have some thunderstorms there. Nothing, it's not a big system, but it is there. And all right, having looked at that area, I'm popping back over to New Zealand. We want to have a look at that, and you see what's going on there. Remember, they were being hit from the bottom yesterday. Now they're being hit from the other side. So this high is continuing to really cause problems, and having all that come up this way, and then the circulation of this low here is certainly not helping them any. That looks like we've got a double whammy happening here, and literally a bunch of vortices rippling through. If this all moves out, that's going to make one heck of a big storm out there. We do see this low down here. That is what is causing the draw across Australia with a lot of that cold air, and some of that is being kind of pulled up by that low as well. Lots of thunderstorms here in the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and you name it, Taiwan, and all those other places. Same thing, we got some storms happening in India, China, and going up. Bigger storm up in the northern part of Japan, not good. And we do see a little bit here on Kamchatka, nothing major. Back over on this side, we do see Alaska's got a little bit off the coast, and up in the northern parts is where we're seeing our stuff there. Alberta, yep, that's kind of what we got. I see Hudson's Bay still got pretty nasty stuff going on, and then we've got all this stuff kind of funneling all the way up. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that in the future. And of course, here are those storms we talked about earlier, and Central America just getting beat up for the most part. Even Florida. Look at all the storms in Florida. That is just incredible. And those are isolated cells that are there. They're not working as one. They're just individual cells. Hey, Grizzly, welcome, and glad to have you on board. I'm near Rio de Janeiro. It's cool for us here. Yeah, I figured so. I thought it was, it's winter weather for you guys. It's about 20 here, and I think winter has arrived. Yeah. I smirk at your 20. I'm sorry. Sorry, my bad. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and 20 degrees Celsius is t-shirt weather. Very nice, warm t-shirt weather. When it gets down to about minus 35 or so, then we start getting really grumpy. But anyway, Eastern Canada, what I was saying, and the Maine and areas like that, upstate New York, getting nailed a little bit there with those storms, and that's kind of what we're seeing. Looking around the world, so there's our equatorial storm that I always mention, and it gets messed up in the Indian Ocean, but it continues back on, and that's what we've got. So we're basically there, you guys. That is about it for today, and we do see a lot of southern hemisphere storms. Quick check on temperatures, and hey, BMAT, you got in here just at the end of the show, buddy. You're late. Anyway, minus 65 C is what I seen in here earlier. I didn't find anything else colder than that. And Sue Hayes, did you by chance see anything colder? And that is all I seen. Yeah, so minus 65 is our cold for today. We didn't see anything else that was colder than that, and that is cold enough. Okay, and as I mentioned before, when we have temperatures of minus 40 degrees Celsius or colder. Colder beyond minus 40 degrees, you don't really notice any appreciable difference other than things freeze just a little bit faster. When your skin freezes in 3 to 5 minutes at minus 40, and at minus 50, it's in about 2 to 3 minutes. At minus 60, it is in about a minute. Minus 70, you better have your face covered up. That's all I gotta say. Your eyeballs will freeze in an open position if you are in that cold of a temperature. Vera says, I spent my childhood near Montreal. Believe me, I know. Okay, so you do know what snow and cold is. Mind you, I don't know, Montreal's pretty placid when it gets to winter. I mean, they do get cold, but they don't get those minus 45 degree temperatures that we do out here in the prairies. Anyway, you guys, I don't want to talk about cold temps. I want to talk about hot lava. And we are lacking hot lava right now. And hoping that we're going to have some volcano show up somewhere that is going to throw us out. Hang on. I switched things here and it didn't switch yet. Turn that off. There we go. I was, like I say, had minus 40 in Ottawa 1 year. Yep, that wouldn't is actually very believable. Ontario can get very cold, and the big difference with the minus 40 in Ottawa and the minus 40 here, it's like when Arizona Snowman says to me, he's got 104 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's a dry heat. Well, out here at minus 40 degrees Celsius, it's a dry cold. And what you guys sometimes get is a very wet cold. And that will just permeate right through your body. And you know that you got cold. So that's one of those things. Anyhow, why did that stop? It seems things are stopping on me. Okay, they moved it, that's why. And it froze. All right, that looks like, I think that's Yellowstone. Well, I mean, not Yellowstone, like Old Faithful. They're zoomed in awful close, I can't tell right now. But anyway, I'm going to leave you there for today, you guys. No, that wasn't Old Faithful, that was something else. Hopefully they'll figure out. Hey, I see buffalo down in the front. There's at least one. And, too late. They moved it. And they're seeing some of the geysers are starting to pop up there. So, I had minus 20 in Scotland in 1994. Okay, that is cold. Yeah, in Scotland, that would be very cold. One reason I moved to the East Coast, not so cold here. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I need warmer climates. Put it this way, I'm all game if palm trees grow there. Then I'll move there. Anyway, you guys, that's it. Gonna wrap up the show for today. What you have on the screen, of course, is Yellowstone National Park, our one and only super volcano that we technically cover, and that is it. So I'm gonna leave it there for today. Thank you everyone for being here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, all part of the Lava family. And then that is all awesome. Big thank you to the only super chat here, which was Sharon Stewart, and thank you very kindly for that generous super chat. Also, big thank you to each and every one of you who is a member and helps out to support. we do appreciate that as well, and that is pretty awesome. Florida could be your kind of place. No, I don't like Florida, believe it or not. I don't like any place that has a possibility of you wandering along and all of a sudden a sinkhole opens up and you're gone. Or you're sleeping at night and you hear a little bit of rumbling, and then your house is 500 feet down in some kind of sinkhole. So I like my solid terra firma under my feet, you guys. At least 2,000 or 3,000 feet worth, and that is always nice. Anyway, I'm going to say good night to everyone. So again, thank you, Sharon Stewart. Thank you to the members that support the stream. You guys are awesome. And thank you to each and every one of the Lava family members. You guys really do make the show. So remember that. Keep smiling. Be good. And please, hang on, I should say thank you to the moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, CND Boy, Joseph Fields Official. I did not see Lucas Snow today, but that's okay. Thank you, moderators. You guys are awesome. And on that note, it is time to go. So take care, be good. And please, please remember, all of you, make sure you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and we'll see everybody tomorrow, which is Monday, at the evening time that we normally start at on the weekdays. Today, of course, being Sunday, we started 3 hours earlier. So take care, and thanks everyone. We'll see you all tomorrow, and be good. Oink oink.